Hey guys, what is up? This is WhiteDudeDown on behalf of the Friendslist Podcast and the Friendslist Network with some more Battleborn gameplay stuff. Up until right now, I had not had a triple kill on this game this entire time, which I thought was pretty weird because I've been meeting some people, some really good players, some good friends and stuff that were all like doing better than me in that category. And one guy that I talked to was just like, "Oh, well, your problem is that you play Meltdown. Just play Incursion and you'll be fine." And I just got these today. There's two different clips from two different games. The first one's is Dragón, as you can see. The second one's with Phoebe, and I get a triple kill in both on this map Echelon, which at first I kind of hated, but it's alright. Here, I asked this guy to play patty cake with me, and he actually did it. Pretty cool. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the state of Battleborn and what's going on right now, because we were really, or at least I'll talk for myself, I was really hoping that this game was going to withstand the test of time, and was going to be a big deal for a while. And as of right now, if anybody's watched my videos, you know that my favorite mode was Meltdown. I really liked that there was like the two lanes of minions, so if you were on the right, it was like you were kind of separate from whoever went left, and then in between waves you could kind of like run over and gank them and try and get kills, or mix up, not only your team composition but also who was going to what lane to try and give your team the best chance at winning. And if I go on and I have a day off or whatever and I try to get a Meltdown match in the middle of the day, I'm looking at like a 15 or 20 minute queue time. So I guess that the community didn't like that mode as much as I did, which is fine. That I don't care about, because if it's just me and I just like a certain mode, then that's my prerogative. So I've been trying out Incursion and I like it a lot. It's got other parts of it that are, remind me of League of Legends, like the neutral camps where you go and you kill the thralls and then you earn them for your team and they help you push. So it's cool. Like, I'll play that mode. But if people were playing Meltdown like a lot, and now it's really hard for me to get a game, that means that the community is kind of, not large. Like, this game doesn't have a huge support on PS4, and I imagine also on Xbox and PC. It's getting pretty well dominated by Overwatch, and that's a really cool game, don't get me wrong. But I really like this game, and I enjoy playing it. And it just kind of sucks. I had an idea that it might not be like a really long-standing game, because if I'm putting up 27 kills with no deaths in the beta, like in my Phoebe gameplay video, then that's really not that's not typically like a good sign. Like, I would rather get my ass kicked for a while and then kind of like have to earn being good at a game, because at least then that there's like a depth to it, like a learning curve. And I think that this game has that, but I don't know. I don't know what about it is. Like I said, I love playing it, but it's not, if I go online and I'm playing, I'll see people from my friends list that know me from either the stream or like just I invited them one day because they were good players and they played a character that I thought would mesh well with whoever I wanted to do. Yeah, so the community is really small, and it seems like the mode that everybody enjoys is Incursion. So I've just been playing that all day today, and a few notes. It seems like certain characters that weren't very big at launch are actually being played, which is really cool. That they're balanced, or people are trying out stuff. I know when I talk to people that I'll meet in a game or whatever, if I just happen to have my mic in, a lot of people are really into the character mastery, which is cool because it encourages people to not just play like overpowered champions. And I don't even know who I would consider to be like that at this point, because all the characters are viable. They're all pretty good. I know the ones that I really thought were terrible from the beta ended up being pretty good. One of my friends from home or something, guys from the podcast, would play them and they'd be like, "No, they're all right. Like, you should try them." So that that's always good for the game as a whole. And the modes are, I'm not counting Capture Point because that one is just like I would almost use that just to go for the champion, the mastery, or just to try out a new character for the first time. But between Incursion and Meltdown, I felt like the modes were different enough from other shooters, other games like this, that it was fun, and I wouldn't mind playing like Paradise over and over again on Meltdown. But whether or not it's just because Overwatch is absolutely killing it right now, I just went out to try and buy that at a couple different places, and they were both sold out, which really sucked, because everybody that I know got that game, and now I'm on the outs until I can find it somewhere. And at first it was like, these two games are coming out along with a couple of other ones that are trying to combine MOBAs and first-person shooters, and then the big story was, oh, well, they're, Overwatch and Battleborn aren't actually that similar, so you don't need to be comparing them. But for two games like that are, I guess the term that's going around is hero shooter, which works really well. I guess for two games like this and Overwatch to be coming out at almost exactly the same time and going head-to-head, with the backing of a company like Blizzard, it's pretty obvious that Overwatch is gonna, sell like crazy. Plus that game's been in beta, and they actually had a really good idea of giving all these top streamers, whether or not they played related games like that or not, those were the people that got the closed beta codes to begin with. So that was just a good way of doing it, and I look forward to playing Overwatch a lot, and hopefully that'll be what I thought this one was going to be. But I am going to continue to play this game, and I am going to continue to try and make videos whenever I get a chance. The problem, this is the biggest problem, was in a beta like that, nobody really knows what they're doing. Everybody's trying out the game for the first time. So I made the same mistake with both this and Star Wars Battlefront, which was when I posted videos from that beta, I was doing significant, amazing, completely godlike, and I still do good, but you can't compare a 12-2 game to a 27-0. And obviously I'm playing the objective in both of those. I'm not just going for kills and leaving my team out to dry. So I feel weird posting a video of an 8-0 El Dragón or an Isaac gameplay video, and there's probably better places where you could find a character guide. The one thing that I like about this game is that if you go on if you play League of Legends, they pretty much got it down to a science for all the different characters as for what works, what abilities to get and when, and what gear to buy and how to play them. With this game, there's a little bit... El Dragón is a bad example because he's got his Helix options. I almost take the exact same ones every single game. But between building your gear, because you can't just get whatever you want, you still have to open up a pack and get a certain piece of gear. So you might not have the best thing for a certain character. You might not have a full attack speed build that you could do for Galilea or whatever. So I think this is the triple kill. I'm not sure. This might be it. Yeah, there's 2 and there's 3. So this is my first triple kill in Battleborn. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So this made me a fan of this mode, and then that easily right there could have been a quadra, but somebody else got the kill. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I think that there's better places if I were just going to do character guides. I would like to do that as far as what I think, but it's been done before, it's whatever. So but yeah, it's cool because different people can have different opinions of what works on a character and what to build and what to buy. I think like I said, El Dragón is a bad example of that, but there's certain things on Isaac that I could see myself getting different Helix options and making it work 2 different ways or 3 different ways. So I really like this game. I really enjoyed it. I really like playing it. The modes are cool. I still never got around to playing full-blown competitive, although I have been playing with a 5-man pre-made with a mix of friends from home and really good players that I met online. And that's what got me to really like Incursion. Is I had figured that
Our minions are getting crushed.
looking at this mode, so you're pushing one gigantic wave, and right here again I could have gotten another triple or whatever, but all of these, my team is doing really well at the same time as me, so they just evaporated that whole, whoever was in that hallway. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so for Incursion, that was what these guys that I met really liked, and that was what they were playing when they were going on Reddit and looking up for competitive matches. And I got in with them one night. We weren't exactly playing against other 5v5 pre-mades, but we were playing this mode, and I hadn't liked it in the past. I felt like it was more or less a stalemate in the middle, and then all of a sudden one team would just break through and take out the first sentry. And that's kind of what it was like when I played with these guys. And you figure if you're playing with 5 people that you know, the game is going to be more organized, and you're going to have call-outs, you're going to have a general team strategy that you can stick to. And they had me play as Isaac, who is really good in this mode, because once you get his ultimate, if you can get on the enemy sentry, that all allows you to do an immense amount of damage to it really quickly, and you don't have to worry about reloading or anything. And as long as they can keep you alive, you're gonna have a good time. The other good thing about this mode is that in Meltdown, you don't really get full-blown 5v5 team fights where everybody's involved in it, because I had always thought that this game would be more like League of Legends, where you're going to have your tank initiate and try to stun as many people as possible, and then everybody follow up. And, you know, that just wasn't happening in Meltdown. And then you play something like this, and, you know, you got more of a capacity to do that. You can combine more abilities with your teammates because they're right next to you. Shit like that. So, definitely still appreciate and enjoy playing this game, but it's going the way of disco. Or something like that. Grunge music. I don't know. Just other things that aren't really a big deal anymore. Kind of had the lifespan of exactly like Battlefront, where we were playing it a ton because everybody bought it and it was cool. You could get a whole team together and play with all your friends, but the novelty kind of wore off. So anyway, I'm looking forward to playing Overwatch and making videos on that, even seeing what I can do. Hopefully I'm good at that game. I know I was doing okay with Bastion, and I think that's like the thing, is everybody just plays as Bastion when they want to get kills. So hopefully I can make it my own and find a place in my team with my friends and stuff. Coming up right after this one, and here I'll prove it to you that that was my first triple kill, because I go to my stats page. But after this comes another gameplay, same map as Phoebe. I actually really like Echelon now. But it's as Phoebe, which is, she's similar to El Dragón except without the, you know, the stun. She's more of like a kill one person and keep going thing. But I get another triple in that, and these were back-to-back games, and I think I'd do similar to with her. I'm like 10-0 or something like that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. That's going to do it for the commentary. Just pay attention to how I build Phoebe. Let me know if I could do anything better with either of these characters. Let me know what you think about with Battleborn versus Overwatch. Check out the Friendslist Podcast. I'll try to put a link in the description below. And thank you guys for listening. And
Incursion. Fight your way through waves of minions and defeat the enemy's sentries. Escort minions to enemy sentries to strip away their shields and leave them vulnerable to attack. Destroy shard clusters to earn shards. Use those shards to power tactical structures throughout the battlefield. Destroy destroy the enemy's final sentry to achieve victory. Unleash hell in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Minion manufactory is initialized. Prepare for assault. A wave of minions has been deployed.
Oh, whatever shall I do with you?
I am so preemptively disappointed in you!
Go on then! Strike! Watch closely.
I've got you!
Rethink your strategy.
Outcast thralls detected. Allies are attacking a thrall mercenary camp.
I had to postpone me time today, and I'm gonna take it out on you.
Power play. Enemy forces at half strength. Thrall mercenary camp engaged. Minions have engaged a sentry and require assistance.
Hand!
Allies are engaged with thrall mercenaries.
The data gathered here will prove very useful.
Friendly thralls on the field.
Your time is not welcome here! On that sword play, darling!
Power play. Enemy forces at half strength. Mercenaries are available.
They look like big, good, strong. And they are.
Enemies are attacking a mercenary camp.
Pay attention!
Feel bad.
Our foes have moved on a Thrall mercenary camp. Hostile Thrall mercenaries closing in. Outcast Thralls detected. We've destroyed an enemy sentry. Power play. Enemy forces at half strength. Allies have engaged a Thrall mercenary camp.
A real challenge.
Thrall mercenary camp engaged.
Hey!
We've engaged a Thrall mercenary camp. Allies are attacking a Thrall mercenary camp. An ally hired some Thrall mercenaries. Contract signed. Thrall mercenaries moving out.
Don't blink. Please excuse me. I'm terrified of my own.
Hired muscle at this location. Power play. Enemy forces at 40% strength.
Groundswell coming up. Like wet clockwork.
Your future is bright indeed.
Damn you. Take your shot.
thralls available for hire.
Don't you dare underestimate.
Power play. Enemy forces at 40% strength. Power play. Enemy forces at 40% strength.
Try and keep up. A demonstration then.
Power play. Only 2 hostiles remain.
I've already forgotten.
Only 1 hostile remains. Press the advantage.
Don't slip, just slow. We've spared the rod for far too long.
One hostile remains. Kill them too. Shepherd minions to the enemy sentry to help disable its shields.